Hi everyone, it's me, RaeRae Gingers. I got a special guest for us today, Dinah Might, local drag queen extraordinaire. Coming right up.
Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling, bling, then I bleed, can't single, and everybody win.
Hi Dynamite, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for agreeing to do this interview with me today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Goodness. Now, my first question is, how did you get into drag? Tell our viewers how that happened.
So I first got into drag, actually, I was hanging out at a friend's house and we were watching The Soup with Joel McHale. And it was during the time of season 6. So he was making fun of a video from Untucked. And when I saw this, I was like, this is the most ridiculous television I've ever seen. I don't understand what I'm watching. I need to check this out. So I put on RuPaul's Drag Race and within a couple seconds fell in love. Yeah, so season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race got me started, or like kind of sparked the passion for drag. And then some drag kings from Ottawa ended up coming to and hosted a show that kind of gave everybody an opportunity to come out and perform for their first time. So that was my first time performing, I think about 3 years now.
Nice. And actually, it was at one of those same events where I met you 1 year ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. The CapitalKings. Now, you decided to get on stage. How did you come up with your drag name?
My drag name, so my name's Dinah Might. Before that, my name was Kiki Peaches and went by that for a little while, but it just didn't feel like me. I was reading some comic books. I'm a big fan of the Black Canary and Dinah Drake, and I was also listening to some Adore earlier. He has a song called Dynamite, and that's where we're at today.
I love it. I know like we actually performed at a few shows together in our local town as well as in Toronto. And a lot of my viewers know that I have D.I.D, dissociative identity disorder. It's a mental health thing that I deal with. And I find for me, drag is a therapy. And I recommend my viewers, you don't have to do drag. There's all sorts of different things you can do that's, through the arts by creation. Now, I thought that my viewers at home would be interested to know that you have a very interesting day job. Now, without giving too much away, can you give us a little bit about that?
So my background is in psychology and mental health and addictions, and currently I'm working as a crisis worker. So I see people who come through the hospital emergency room and provide support for their mental health and whatever kind of situational crisis they might be going through.
Very nice. Now, a lot of our viewers, like I said, they might not be doing drag, they just like to watch it. For viewers like that, what are some things that you can recommend if you're dealing through mental health or even addiction issues or just stress? Right now is a stressful time,
I think one of the best things you can do is start looking into and reading about mindfulness. I'm a big pusher of mindfulness and cognitive behavioral therapy. Dialectical behavioral therapy. So just the idea that what you think, what you feel, and how you act are all connected. And if you make a change in one of those areas and you focus on the here and now, then you can make improvements in those other areas. Really feel good about life, live in the moment.
I'm also a big, I guess also a big pusher of mindfulness, of, being in the now and so forth. So I think that is awesome advice. Thank you for sharing that. What are some obstacles maybe that patients face that, what are some of the things that can be done to get through some of those obstacles in your experience?
The kinds of obstacles that the people I see face vary all over the board, from struggling with addictions, whether it be with different substances or alcohol. Homelessness is a huge problem, but also situational crises like having a lot of stress at work or dealing with issues within your family or your relationship and just getting to your breaking point. And I think your perspective on those matters has a lot to do with how you're experiencing it. So if you can kind of try to reframe your perspective, realize that what other people say and think is not your responsibility, you don't necessarily have control over that, those are the things that can really help you get out of those moments.
Nice.
I think it's really important to focus on yourself and being able to control yourself and realize that other things are beyond your control and not always your problem.
That is good because we take on a lot sometimes. Our shoulders get heavy with things that aren't our problem. So I like that you mentioned that. And that you combine that with the mindfulness. You know, I always say just focus on your breath, focus on the now. I like it. Very, very good. Thank you for sharing that. Other than drag, what are other things that you do for yourself to relieve stress? I know you mentioned comic books and Star Wars, but what are other things you like to do?
I love comic books and like television shows. I'm a big fan of all the like DC, CW shows that are on, and I enjoy hiking a lot. I like going to the beach a lot and sun tanning.
Now, any final words of advice for the viewers if they're going through anything, or just to keep a good mental health?
Try to remember that whatever you're going through isn't going to last for forever. You can get through it. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do, and you just have to ride the wave until it's over. But those struggles will come to an end. I think also, again, live in the moment. Learn to accept the things you can control and the things you can't. And
very nice. I love it.
I think it's a great way to learn about yourself.
Excellent. So again, thank you for taking the time. Now, if you have, is there anything you'd like to promote? You have like an Instagram or YouTube channel?
Yeah, you can check out my Instagram at Hunty Dynamite.
And I'll put the link below.
Cool. My other Instagram account as boy is Pup King K. If you look on YouTube for Dynamite, I have one video up there that I'm hoping to have a couple more popping up within the next little while.
I'll put a card right there so they can click on it and check it out. I'll also put a link below. Enjoy that.
Awesome. Well, it was a lot of fun doing this interview. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, Dynamite. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
No man on the minute,